Deciding to use Microsoft Azure is only the first step in achieving the benefit of the cloud. The second step is understanding how the enterprise can effectively use Azure and identify the baseline capabilities that need to be in place to address questions like, I am concerned about data sovereignty. How can I ensure that my data and systems meet our regulatory requirements? How do I know what each resource is supporting so I can account for it and bill it back accurately? I want to make sure that everything we deploy or do in the public cloud starts with the mindset of security first. How do I help facilitate that? This lecture provides the second step to address the need for speed and control through Azure management groups. But first of all, let me introduce the concept of an enterprise scaffold that guides organizations in implementing and managing their Azure environments in a secure way. It provides the framework to develop effective and efficient controls. When creating a building, scaffolding is used to create the basis of a structure. The scaffold guides the general outline and provides anchor points for more permanent systems to be mounted. An enterprise scaffold is the same. It is a set of flexible controls and Azure capabilities that provide structure to the environment and the anchors for services built on the public cloud. It provides IT and business groups a foundation to create and attach new services, keeping speed of delivery in mind. The foundation relies on a solid plan for the management hierarchy and subscriptions. The pillars consist of resource manager policies and strong naming standards. The rest of the scaffold are core Azure capabilities and features that enable and connect a secure and manageable environment. The foundation of the scaffold is the hierarchy and relationship of the Azure Enterprise enrollment down through to subscriptions and resource groups. The enterprise enrollment defines the shape and use of Azure services within your company from a contractual point of view. Within the enterprise agreement, to match your organization structure, you can further subdivide the environment into departments, accounts, subscriptions, and resource groups. The enterprise enrollment represents a billing contract, that is, an enterprise agreement that an organization has with Microsoft to use Azure. It gives the organization access to the Azure Enterprise Agreement portal where it can access its billing information and manage enrollment hierarchy. It has one or more enterprise administrators who are granted either read, write, or read-only privileges. The enterprise administrators can log into the Azure Enterprise Agreement portal. Enterprise enrollment can also have notification contacts which receive communications regarding the enrollment, such as weekly billing reports. Departments represent business units, functions, or geographies. Being optional, they allow you to structure your enrollment hierarchy to reflect your organizational structure. They can be associated with multiple accounts and can have multiple department administrators. They are also created and managed in the Azure Enterprise Agreement portal. An account can only have a single account owner. The account owner cannot be assigned as an account owner to any other account. The account owner creates and manages subscriptions. An account can be created and managed in the Azure Enterprise Agreement portal. Subscriptions represent the highest level container for deploying resources and assigning permissions to those resources. They enable you to isolate environments across business units and non-production and production environments. They are effective ways to perform chargebacks since you can easily filter charges by department and subscriptions. Subscriptions are created and managed by account owners in the Azure Account Portal. Resource groups allow you to organize resources within a subscription. Resource groups inherit role-based access control permissions from their subscriptions. They can be used to assign additional role-based access control permissions and they are created and managed in the Azure portal. Resources represent Azure resources such as virtual machines, storage accounts, SQL databases. Resources inherit role-based access control permissions from their resource group, but you can add additional role-based access control permissions to individual resources. Every resource is created and managed in the Azure portal. Every enterprise is different, and the hierarchy allows for significant flexibility in how Azure is organized within your company. Modeling your hierarchy to reflect your company's billing, resource management, and resource access needs is the first and most important decision you make when starting in the public cloud. As mentioned, departments represent business units, functions, or geographies. Therefore, the three common patterns for Azure enrollments are the functional pattern, business unit pattern, and geographic pattern. Though each of these patterns has its place, the business unit pattern is increasingly being adopted for its flexibility in modeling an organization's cost model, as well as reflecting the span of control.